What's up, team? Day 44. Today was a good day. The first thing that happened was I said I was going to wake up at 6:30 a.m. Didn't do that. Slept right through my alarm, which is not a good start to the day, but I woke up at about 8:30, 8:40. I think when I woke up and looked at my phone, it was like 8:38. Clearly, I'd slept through the alarm. I was like, not the greatest start to the day. You're down a couple hours, but that doesn't mean the day's a write-off. Get up and get to work. So I got up and I read a few chapters of the Bible, like I always do. And yeah, got straight to work. So I ended up giving texts and calls to all my clients' leads to start the day. That was around 9 a.m., 9:25. Probably did that for about an hour. Got a few replies, but honestly, no new in-person quotes from my clients. So work to do there. But a lot of people on text that seemed like they're quite interested, just couldn't get through to them on the phone. Standard stuff. Always going to follow up with them on a daily basis, pretty much. And then I called the opportunities that I was going to call for my agency, and it was good. I had an intention of booking 2 meetings today, and I didn't hit that, but I got 1 meeting. Had a nice long conversation with a plumber, actually. Found out a bit about his business, kind of asked some deep digging questions, if you will. All right, this isn't going wrong. Just curious. I know you don't have all the answers, but why isn't that going right? Why isn't that going right? Why is that going wrong? Has that been going wrong for a long time? Or has this just started happening in the last 3-4 months? Okay. And how's that having an impact? Okay. Right. I hear what you're saying. Have you looked around the industry and see what people have done to prevent this issue? You have and you can't find an answer? Okay. Right. Makes sense. Simple questions like this. You don't want to ask them. You need to ask them in the right tone. You need to ask them out of genuine curiosity. And you actually have to be curious, because if you ask them out of, I'm getting this information so I can use it against you later on, people are going to know that. If it's inauthentic, if it's not genuine, you're going to get found out and you'll be treated as such in the future. So I got a new meeting for Saturday. This is going to be a Zoom meeting on Saturday, so I spent a little bit of time making a sales presentation for him, which was cool. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I did a few more bits and pieces for my clients now. But I only did work for one of them, actually. I reposted their content in a group page, in a local group, a few local groups, that is. Pretty much just posting similar to what's on the ads in groups, in Facebook group pages. So for example, my guys in Wellington, I just posted on all the local Wellington groups, hey, this is the offer we're running, we're helping people like X, Y, and Z. If you're interested, to get in touch. And immediately people commented on the post saying, I'm quite interested, give me a message. So always a promising sign. What else do we do? Oh yeah, updated the CRM for not only my agency but also my clients' stuff, which is cool. And then there's 2 other things I did today. I spent about an hour and a half, which felt like about 5 hours, but in about an hour and a half, watching a few YouTube videos of comparing marketers to a marketing agency. I'm actually going to show you look at this. This guy, build a funnel. So there was this video and this video. Wow. Great videos. Really, really good videos. So for a bit of context, that guy is a former builder that also has a marketing agency. Clearly he knows his audience. And he's pretty much just giving you a heads up of what you need to consider while either hiring a marketing agency, something like what I do, or hiring a personal marketer that can kind of come onto your company, your construction business, full-time and work for you and only you, full-time, hourly rate, whatever. And that's awesome. That's really good, because every single one of my customers is going to be facing the same issue. Is this worth my time? Does this marketing agency actually know how to provide the service they say they're going to provide? Do they do it for other industries or just my industry? Do they do it for residential or commercial? Okay. Do they do it for residential or industrial? Do they do it for my business or only plumbers or only electricians, only builders, only landscapers, only painters? These all need to be addressed in the content you make and the ads you produce. Rather, the ads you run and the content you produce. So I thought that was really good. I actually wrote down 3 or 4 little scripts that I'm probably going to do and film tomorrow based on the back of that. Because the last thing you want to be is some douchebag that's like me sitting in front of the camera and saying, "Yeah, bro, I know your pain when you're out on building site for 12 hours a day, and I'm here sitting in my room on a computer being a tech nerd. Yeah, I can help you. I can save you money. I can save you time. All that guarantee. Just give me thousands of dollars to start, and then I'll do it." Right? Who am I to say that? I need to actually prove that I know what I'm talking about. I know the pain that my customers are feeling. I know why they're feeling it. I know probably what they've tried to prevent the pain, and explain why my solution is the best fit in comparison to all the other things they've tried, because I know the other things they've tried, because I know my customer. So yeah, I spent about an hour and a half doing that, and then probably for about an hour, really this didn't move my business forward at all, but I'm here to show you the ins and outs and to hold no punches, I've got to be honest. Bit of a time waster, but it was fun nevertheless. I spent a bit of time looking at offices, because I'll tell you why. As you can see, oh hello, I'm in my room. Yeah, look, where I live, I love where I live. I absolutely love where I live, and the point to where I am right now, I've got here by doing what I'm doing, by working from home, by sometimes working in cafes, but most of the time working from home, taking Zoom calls from home, taking sales calls from home, and if not, in the car, you know, just out and about. But I was looking today at offices. I was looking at offices because how good would it be to have a place with no distractions, like a bed? The guys I live with here, I live with 3 awesome guys. They're all drum and bass producers, so sometimes there's oof music going on. Right? It's not really ideal when you have a prospect on the line, you're asking for thousands of dollars off them, you're trying to be serious and trying to actually help, and you hear that in the background. So yeah, I was looking at some offices, some personal offices with good soundproofing, so I can actually speak to clients essentially all day without annoying other people in an office and without me getting annoyed from other people that are working right next to me. And also just a mental framework, because as much as I like to be focused and stay focused and be disciplined, it is quite easy to, I wake up right here. I wake up right there, and then I do my job right here. So it's not exactly like I'm leaving the house, I'm getting out the house, I'm stepping into the office to work and hustle. My hustle, if you will, starts from the moment I wake up, because I'm right there. Or you could argue, or at least I would feel, that it doesn't start immediately. It takes a while for me to gradually get into it. So instead, when I was working my sales job in the city, I liked stepping into the office and knowing, okay, it's work time now. Focus. Focus on your work. And I think that would serve me really good if I got an office for myself just to do that. Just with a desk, maybe a standing desk or a beautiful chair, maybe a whiteboard, maybe a light, maybe a fan, and a big monitor and a big, I'll bring this computer with me, this computer in front of me, and just take sales calls and phone calls all day. Not all day, but let's say I can get 6 decent hours a day done. 6 hours, that's 4 blocks of 1 hour, 1.5 hours. I would be so far ahead of so many people. People might think, oh, well, people work 8 hours a day at a regular job. I know, but they don't work 8 hours totally focused. I think if I could do 4 shifts of 90 minutes totally focused, just calls, just service delivery, just ads, just content, just follow up, just, Zoom calls and actually closing deals and moving the needle, I think I'd progress a lot quicker. But maybe, maybe not. The thought that I have it, just the, just me having this thought, I think is a pretty clear sign that I should do something about it. So whether that means I just get my own apartment and just turn that into a bit of an office, maybe. But I like the idea of having something separate to where I live. That's what I like. That's really what I like. And I always thought an office would be $1,000,000, but I was looking on Trade Me, which is here in New Zealand. Pretty much the eBay of New Zealand, but they also have a property section, commercial property section. There's some cheap places, very, very cheap actually. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Because right now, all I invest in is my ads, website hosting, ads. So maybe I can upgrade my content, and maybe I can get an office to look a bit more professional, go into work with a suit on, take my sales calls with a suit, stuff like that. But yeah, so what else is there? Yeah, that's about it. Good day, good day. And after that, I ran home, had dinner with my mum, dad, brother, and then I came back here to my flat. But yeah, good day. Sales call on Saturday, which means I'll miss my football. But yeah, boys, pretty good day. Tune in for day 45. And I think the goal for tomorrow will be to book 3 meetings, because I tried to book 2 today, only booked 1. I feel like I've kind of, could do better. If I try to book 3 and I book 2, that feels a lot better than booking 1, to be honest. So I'm going to try book 2 tomorrow. 2 new meetings, that is. Probably film the pieces of content that I wrote the script for today off the back of those videos that I showed you. And that should take a little while. Actually, the content takes a little while to film. But that is the end of this video. Remember, like, comment if you want, comment something, and subscribe. But like this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.